Hello and welcome to the channel. If you enjoy this video, make sure to like it and subscribe so you never miss out on future videos. In today's video, we take a trip to Granite Creek, which is just north of Denali National Park. The Granite Creek campground is set in the captivating Kenai Mountains, surrounded by wildflowers and spruce forests. A mile east of Granite Creek is the Johnson Pass Trail, a well-maintained 23-mile trail of mostly level terrain and awe-inspiring vistas. The typical animals that roam this specific area are mountain goats, snowshoe hare, and bears. Visitors who frequent the area mainly come for fishing, camping, and sometimes even bicycling. Nearby is 6 Mile Creek with Class V whitewater for rafting and kayaking. On August 11th, in 1980, a man who we will call Harry set out for a camping trip. He had brung his wife and 2 kids with him, as they loved the outdoors as much as he did. His son, who loved nature, was very outgoing, and his daughter wasn't up to par with the earth as the son. But she would do anything to please her father, and his wife was in the same boat as her daughter. For a while, the eager family walked around, looking for the perfect campsite so that they could set up tents and a fireplace for the night. Exhausted after finding the perfect campground to set up shop, they decided to take a nap. After waking up, the family of 4 left their tents, which contained all of the food they had brought, and set out to search for wood so that they can get a nice campfire going. But little did they know, there was a fully grown male adult bear that was silently stalking them from the time they set up the tent to the time they left in search of firewood. While the family searched for wood, they happily sung a tune and the boys played along. After about an hour of the exciting wood collecting, the father advised them that it was getting late and he was hungry. As they made their way back to the campsite that they had set up, the singing has stopped, as well as the birds that sang with them. Something was wrong, and with everyone being connected to the earth in some form, the feeling was there, but no one spoke. They just trotted along the brush. When they got back to the tents, everything was destroyed. They were puzzled about who or what would do this type of thing. The father pulled out his phone and started to call the park rangers to find out who would do such a thing. Before he could get a chance to search his contacts for the number, a large 600-pound grizzly bear rushed out from the trees nearby. With little to no research about bears, the whole family started to run, with everyone staying as close to each other as possible. Not even a few seconds into their sprint, the enormous bear was right behind them, specifically one of the young children. He was only 10 years old, so he couldn't run as fast as the others. The bear grabbed the boy in a horrific manner, repeatedly slamming him into a nearby tree. And once that was over, the bear viciously tore through the boy's stomach, ripping out almost every vital organ. The family, who had stopped to watch, could do nothing as they witnessed the gruesome scene, not knowing if the bear might focus its attention on them. The father suggested that they continue running to find help. They ran crying and yelling for help while traveling through the forest. They were met by authorities who stopped them. Once they got to a trail, they immediately began to tell the officer what happened, everyone talking at the same time. The officer then called for backup, which was 3 more officers, equipped with shotguns. The authorities told the young boy and woman to go inside a vehicle, accompanied by one of the officers. Then 2 officers and the father of the boy, who had just been demolished, went out to search for the remains and hopefully the bear. When they got back to the campsite, the bear was nowhere to be found, but they did find a torn-off leg and ripped clothes. They then tried to follow a blood trail that would eventually lead to the bear and what was left of the boy, but it stopped short. About an hour into the search, they ran into a few responders who aided Soon after, they found a bear standing over something human-like. By this time, one of the officers unloaded a slug into the bear after instructing everyone to cover their ears. The enormous bear then ran off deeper into the forest. After collecting all the remains, the group was told that they needed to go home because the bear will have to be hunted. After more officers arrived to look for the bear, they found it. It was laying down and suffering from the initial slug that was put into it. The officers then each let off a slug into it to make sure that it could no longer harm anyone else. After a team of researchers studied the bear, they noticed it had already ate the heart of the young boy and began to rip out pieces of his intestines. The fatal attack was ruled as predatory. Sadly, the boy was the victim of a tragic demise. But happily, justice was served. In Alaska, there have been more than 10 documented cases of fatal bear attacks from 2000 to 2017. And Alaska makes up over 29% of the recorded fatal bear attacks in the United States. With this gruesome bear attack in mind, I have a few questions for you. Do you think the family should have stayed and fought? If you were them, would you ever go camping again? And why do you think the bear chased them in the first place? Please leave your answers in the comment section down below, and we will be glad to see them. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also turn on post notifications so that you can be notified when more videos like this one are posted. Thanks for watching, and remember to always be careful out there in bear country.